Okay, so I'm back to do a little bit more recording, and as you may be able to tell, I have been working on this a little bit more since the last little bit of recording. I tend to when a piece is not going the way I want it to go, I tend to I walk away from it, and then I can't stop thinking about it, and I have to come in and I stare at it and I try and figure out what it is that's not right. And then of course I have to work on it and try and fix it. I can't just leave it for when I film next because that would drive me crazy. So what things that I did work on while I was off camera. Okay, so again, here's my printed page, and the colors, don't get confused because the colors that it printed out on my printer are completely different than the colors that I see on my reference photo on my iPad. But the shapes are going to be there. So as I was looking at it in how it was before, I could see that one of the problems that I was having in the way that it looked was this section right here. I did not bring that down far enough and kind of wrap around. So I fixed that over here. And I'm also having a bit of a problem, and I can't quite figure out why, because when I measure, some things are measuring out just right and some things are measuring out wrong. So one of the issues that I was having was in the eyes, and in the distance that the eyes were, or how it appeared at the time. So I worked on that a bit. I've tried to fix the white blaze down his nose, and I increased as best I could the size of this eye. I still can't determine whether it's still not exactly right. But here's the thing. When I look at the picture without looking at the reference photo, I'm really happy with it, and I really like how he's looking. But when I compare it to the reference photo, that's when I start getting upset's not really the right word, but dissatisfied and frustrated because I feel like I can't do it. I can't make it look right. What's wrong? But really, you know, because this isn't, it doesn't have to be exact. It really doesn't. It's just my own weirdness that makes me feel like I want it to look exactly like the photo, and it really doesn't need to. Again, and I'm afraid that the camera is going to change the colors here, which it did. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So the color of the reference photo that I printed and the color on my screen are very different. The yellows and oranges really got pulled out on the one that I printed, and this is closer to what I'm trying to achieve. So that being said, after I fiddled with it, I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got going on so far. I'm going to work on the nose, and I'm going to work on the ear, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. And let's see, how do I want to do this? I wonder if there's a way. I guess I could use the reference photo that I printed. Yeah, let's do that. And it's funny because even here, this nose looks a lot bigger. And sometimes it's just a optical illusion, and sometimes it's that I messed up. So let's just see. So that looks like about 3 centimeters from the, yeah, so it looks like I've got my nose my nose is a little bit too big. So, and it definitely looks too big this way, but I think that's just because this is so dark and it's still all very, very bright here. And that's just a little bit over 3. Yeah, so I think that that's just an optical illusion there. So width-wise, I might try and shorten it on this side, I think. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and I'm not gonna worry about the camera and I'm just gonna do my thing. And hopefully I can get something going here. This is interesting. There's this little thing here. And I think that's where we'll try and shorten it a little bit. See, again, even here, I need some more white coming up higher, I think. discovered a new tool. And it's tools that I had. But when I was at the art supply store looking at PanPastels yesterday, I saw a bunch of these rubber sculpting tools. And they were right next to the PanPastels. And not in like the clay or, I don't know, anywhere else where I would have expected them. So just for kicks, because I had them, I pulled them out. And I'm finding that I really like them for blending these pastels. It's kind of like using my finger in that there's no real, it's not like it's a brush or the paper stump where the pastel can really, you know, come off the paper and stick on there. But it lets me push those pastels around a little bit and manipulate them without pulling off too much of it, and I can get more precision than if I used my finger. So that's kind of cool. So I just want to soften what I've put on there. And that works really, really well for that. Okay, I feel like this needs to be much brighter white. One of the things that I need to work on, I think, and get better at is those my dark darks and my light lights. I follow Jason Morgan. See, I can tell already that there's just something is not right about the shape of that nose. It looks flatter here and it looks rounder. And I don't know what to do to fix that other than maybe it's that line maybe that needs to go away. I don't know. I don't remember if I said this to you guys. Oh, see, now that helped a little bit. That helped to make it flatten out a little bit. It's frustrating for me sometimes when I can look at the picture and I know that there's something that's not right about it, but I can't always tell what that something is. And that's when it gets frustrating, because it's like, okay, I know that there's something wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. Okay, so that looks a little bit better, but still. I think it needs to be softened a little bit more. Oops. Okay, that's not too bad. So I need to get some of the white hairs coming up here off the nose. I'm going to use my sandpaper to sharpen. And I can either, which way would be best? my other reference photo for color and make sure that I've got that color over here kind of right. I mean, I could and probably am doing sort of a combination of the two colors. Okay, let me pull this away. See, I'm already feeling so much better about that nose. Let's get a little bit more white in here. So, I'm going to try something here real quick. So, I did go to the art supply store yesterday. I went to my Arizona Art Supply, which is just kind of a, local art supply store. And it's closer than Dick Blick, so that was good. And while I was there, I had some fun. I'll just tell you that right now. While I was there, I bought, because I wanted to try them out, and they are, I do have them in my Amazon wish list, which, by the way, I shop from all the time. Unfortunately, I just stick it all in there, and then I go a little bit crazy. But I have these in my wish list, and they had these Prismacolor new pastels as open stock. So I thought, all right, well, I will try some, and then that way I'll know if I really do want these or not. And I was very, 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 very pleasantly surprised at how white the pastel, the sticks got. So I will just show you. I've already added some on here. Actually, I might as well just do it right here. But for some reason, and I don't know if it's the paper, because I don't remember having such a hard time getting my whites white on the last 2 pages that I did, but pictures that I did, but maybe I didn't have where it was white. Anyway, the pencils are not getting it as white as I want it to. So I don't know if you can see this or not. I think, yep, you can. But look how much whiter it is with the sticks. So I'm going to need to learn how to use them. I would imagine for some things I could just use them straight from the stick, but I'm also curious about if I were to scrape some of the pastel off and then use like my soft tools or one of the little lipstick applicator brushes, if that would apply the pastel on here as brightly. But it really is so much brighter. Than the pencils. So the answer to the question of, do you love the new pastel Prismacolors? I think the answer to that question is a resounding yes. You know, working in a new medium can be very expensive because I want all the things and all the colors. So, you know. Okay, I really like how much brighter that got. And then sometimes I'll just come in with my finger and just kind of, I don't really wiggle. I mean, I know it looks like I'm wiggling, but I'm kind of just pressing the pastel down into the tooth so that it doesn't just brush off real easily. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so he's starting to look more and more and more like the photo, which makes me very happy. This area here I struggled with a little bit, and I finally just kind of got it down to a point where I said, okay, it's good enough. But I don't know if I think that it's good enough. I'll probably still keep working on it. I'm having a hard time getting this fluffy look. So I don't quite know what to do there. I've just been layering and layering and layering. But every time I blend it out, I feel like I've just kind of taken away the work that I just did. So maybe what I need to do eventually, and maybe I'm there at that point now, is don't do any blending. I can't help it, because I look at it and go, oh no, that needs to be blended, especially like at the top where it's, well, that's not bad. So since I'm thinking of it, I've been just watching and absorbing videos, tutorials. I joined some Patreon artist pages for pastels and colored pencils. So I've been trying to learn. Where was I going with that? Oh yes. As far as finishing the pages, most of them say no fixative on pastels. Because it changes the color of the piece. And I've not been using fixative, and they say just, you know, double mat your piece behind glass, and that's all that you need to do to keep it protected. So that's probably what I will do, because I can't imagine if I were to do all this work. I want to look at this bit right here again some more. If I was to do all this work and then spray it and have it just completely ruin the piece, that would make me really sad. So I just might take their advice on most pieces and not spray. Okay, so this I think is not dark enough. I think that's, again, one of those things where as a beginner, I need to work on. Because those, excuse me, as I well know, in colored pencil, I say it all the time, the darks, adding those darks really makes the pieces work and look so much better. And so I need to work on that with pastels as well. Now I feel like I had done this already, so I I'm not sure if this is faded out by itself or if it faded out because I inadvertently you know, softened it while working on it. I don't know. But all of this needs to be so much darker. Bit right in here. It's kind of cool. Cool. I feel like working with the pastels is really like you. I'm going to call them pastel paintings and not drawings, because really when you work with the pastels it is so much more like painting than drawing. And it looks more like a painting too. I mean, I'm looking at this going, gosh, that really looks like a painting. So now this little bit right here, I don't know that I want to do that in black. I'm going to use my cap mortem. And I've had this here and it's blurred out several times in the course of me trying to do this. And now I'll use some black. And the cool thing is just with these is you just wipe it off and then there's no more of whatever color was on there before. I really like this tool. I've got several of them, so that's going to come in really handy. It's still quite not right though. Okay, then let's do a little bit of texture right above the not above, below, right below. let's work on the ear. Let's see, I think I can probably... I need to pull my colors out here. Okay, so we have, let's pull these. All right. I'm debating on color. The color in the picture here is really similar to the color on the screen, so I'm probably okay to go for that. All right, so let's try this to start with. And let me get this. Okay, so those should probably go last. All right, let me work this way first. So the Faber-Castell Pitt pencils are a little harder than the Carbothellos. I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, maybe the yellows and the whites should go on at the very end. So I'm just gonna start and see what happens here. So when I do hair with the pastel pencils, I twist the pencil as I'm going down, and that seems to work really nicely for getting thin lines. So to start with, I'm kind of doing the intermediate layer right now. Sure why that red is there. Let's put something over the top of that. Let's put some pinky. Tone that red down a little bit. a lighter color. Looks okay though, so. Actually, maybe a little bit more in here. Okay. Let's try some of this. This actually is quite a bit more yellow than I think I want. I know you guys can't see the reference pic, I'm sorry. Okay, there's a lot of white at the very top of his ear. I think I'm gonna go straight in with some of this new pastel to make sure that I get that white. And I'm gonna try, I was just watching Jason Morgan in his latest video, and he really uses these stumps. Now this isn't going to work maybe for me right now, but what I don't like is the texture showing. So I'm going to see if I'm going to try and see if I smush this in, even though it changes the color, and that's probably because there's, you know, other colors that I had down on here first. So if I smoosh that in, and maybe if I come back in now again, it won't be quite so grainy. It's a little bit less grainy. All right, so we're gonna go with that. And then I think my kind of a yellowy color, let's try doing that. I'm trying to keep the page straight for you guys, but I don't think I can. I think I have to turn it. In order for me to be able to do what I want to do here. So I'm dragging the pencil and twisting. And I might come in with my white and reestablish some of this. Okay, now I want a kind of a do I do light ochre? Do I have that pulled out? try and find my light ochre. Right here. See if that's the color that I want. Not sure. I don't think so. The ear looks quite purpley pink to me. So I might just stick with those colors and then do some more yellow on top. So this actually, these colors, these go this way. I'm finding, and I've been told, and it's turning out to be exactly true, that it's really important to go with the way that the hair is growing. That is going to really make a difference in how the realism of the finished piece. It really does make a difference. Now, I don't concern myself with getting every single hair stroke correct. I just don't think that really does anything for the piece. I don't think it makes that much of a difference as long as you come close. I think that that's okay. Let's try terracotta. More. Oh, I guess that needs to be darker. So I'm looking right now, and I did not get the shape of this ear right. This should come out quite a bit here. And I don't know if I can fix that or not. How did I not notice that before? Well, I didn't. So maybe that's one of the reasons why things don't look right to me. I already have quite a lot of black down. I'm going to try and pull some of that up. But it'll be hard to tell if it worked or not because the paper underneath is black. But we're going to give it a go. I think it's going to work. And then I'm going to use kind of a light color. I think we'll just go with that. Let's rub that in. So what color? Let's try this one. Something's not, nope. What do I need? Darker first and then lighter? I can't. Trying to find that rubber tool that I was using. Find it. All right, let's try, maybe not that yellow. Let's try this. So when I do the dog fur, I kind of try and think of it like if I was doing people fur, people hair, human hair. In that you have to get those, real dark shadows in the clumps of the hair, in the areas of the hair where it's recessed, so that it looks three-dimensional. I am really liking these rubber tip tools. I like them, I think, better than the lip brush applicators because they don't pull as much of the pencil off when I go to blend. I feel pretty good about this now. That was a rough road to get here. Mentally for me, just because I was feeling not confident. But I think a lot of that had to do, I hope it had to do with the paper being so dark. I bought a whole bunch more pastel matte when I was at the art supply store yesterday, and I bought it in colors much more mid-range, mid-tone colors, light grays, dark light grays, and maybe like a medium gray and brown. So I think those are going to be the colors that I will probably work with most. So if you want a heavier line, you just push harder on your pencil. Well, it's not perfect. And I will probably keep fussing with it off camera. Would not surprise me a bit. Okay, I didn't get this direction correct on this clump of hair. It kind of better, although that might be too light of a color. The nice thing about these pencils is that you can glaze another color over the top, just by lightly going with the side of your pencil. And so that really toned down the look of that one that I felt was too light. Okay, well, my hairs don't look exactly like the picture. I might have gone a little bit too long in here. In fact, I can tell that I did. Sometimes you can get carried away and make things wrong just because you're getting carried away and not really looking at the reference photo, which is kind of what I just did. It's not bad. It's not bad. It'll be okay. But actually, I'm liking this. I'm thinking that I'm going to soften this all down again and then maybe go over it one more time, making sure that I get things in the right direction here. This particular hair is not easy. Trying to get the right color for it as well is not easy. But it is nice because it's so forgiving. The pastels are so forgiving that if you did something that you feel like that stroke just doesn't look right, or, you know, whatever, you can just blend it away and do it again. I think that this, covered up too much of the black. I think that's better. All right, guys. This has been a long video. I am not sure. I may break it up into 2 videos, and we'll have to see about that. I'm not sure. What do I want to show you? If there's anything else I want to show you before I go. Whiskers, because I didn't really show you whiskers. The whiskers are going to be kind of the same thing as the hair. When you do whiskers, you want to pull and rotate your pencil, and I probably put one there where it completely did not need to be. I did. That is not where that whisker goes. Oh my goodness, can I blend that away? Seriously, don't laugh at me. Well, I will probably put some pencil on top of that to cover that up. Just when I got it the way I wanted it, and then I ruined it because I was in too much of a hurry. So anyway, that's how you do whiskers. Jeez Louise. I might have to just commit to that whisker because it's not, yeah, I'll work on that. I'll fix that off camera. But yeah, whiskers, you just kind of drag and rotate your pencil and make sure that it's nice and sharp. I actually don't mind it so much. I think I'm just going to leave it, but shorten it. And then I think it'll be fine. So anyway, there we go. That's me doing pastels. And hopefully with each one that I do, I get better and better and I learn more and more. And maybe I have sparked some creative thing in you that makes you want to try it as well. If so, I will have links to all of the different supplies and stuff down in the description box below. So thanks for hanging in there with me. And until I see you guys again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Happy coloring, happy arting. Love you all. Bye.